Hello to our final part of FUG on GBA. We're doing the arcade mode. And I'll be doing it with almost every skater. I'll at least be changing the skaters up every level, but the problem is that there are more skaters than there are levels. There are like 5 additional skaters compared to how many levels there are, which is like 11. So yeah, there's a lot, but sadly you won't be seeing me play a few skaters because there's so many of them. And to make matters worse, if you thought the stats would be carried over from story mode, no. Every skater has their own stats, and I have to grow them up separately in arcade mode. Let's just say that for the first 2, I don't do that, and for the rest of them, I went through the first 2 levels, so the New Jersey here and the mall, and I essentially tried to fill up as much stats as was important to me as possible in order to get through all of arcade mode for each skater, because yes, this game does the sin, that I will call it, of making you do every skater separately, doing the exact same goals as everyone. This was a thing in Pro Skater 2, maybe Pro Skater 1 even, and I hate it. I fucking hate it. I really do. I think that this is one of the worst fucking things with any skateboarding game. And it's just not needed because this is arcade mode. We get like 2 minutes. 2 minutes to do all this shit. And you want me to not only do all these goals, but also spend my fucking time trying to get all these stats? At this point, I'm just like fucking around and like I just want to see what the result screen is, to see what the game's gonna pull on me with that shit. Also, just get a bit more score, because why not? And yeah, I failed that one. I could have gotten more speed, but whatever. I'm not going to show you me getting the stats, but I will show you me getting all the fucking goals. And what you need to get them done. Also, you can't skip this. I tried. You can pause it, but you can't skip this little slow crawl showing you what you've done. It's so bad. And then eventually it will show you the results, which you can now see what you completed, what you didn't. You can also change level and restart the fucking level if you want from here. It's useless though, you don't need to actually do this. The pause mode does all this shit for you. So really, it's so stupid, really. This game makes a lot of stupid decisions, and arcade mode is no different. And by the way, nothing fucking changes in arcade mode. All the gaps are the same, so no, I can't get more of the gaps that we are missing. And yeah, those are 2 much we need. Also, kick over the channel hop. Grab this one final rail here, the pipe over at the very end with the longest pipe gaps, and you will get all 3 pipe gaps. You can also get this while getting the combo letters, which you just need to start here, jump down, get clear backyard, grind through, get the O and M, then go to that pipe over there for the B, and then grind all the way through for the O, and land it. Done. Combo letters. Next up is the skate letters. Here's the S. Over here will be the K. Next to it will be the A, which is around the corner. Then there's the T, which is on the bridge, and then there's the E, which is on a ramp right in between some buildings. Grab, then you're done. And as for the secret tape, which has returned in this game, essentially go up on this rooftop, and there it is. A lot of finding this shit is obnoxious and not fun. And I think it's taking a few tries to actually make this happen. But yeah, now we're going to the mall. And I'm doing this as Bob. I'll be going through each by each. We started Tony Hawk, now we're going for Bob. And we have to do things like kick between the escalators, and do the spine transfer gaps, and find the hidden tape, and get the skating combo, and do all the score. That's the thing. Like, I'll show you what to do, but for the most part, I don't actually have to tell you what to do. For the most part, it's all the same. you have the score goals, which is 3 high score goals and 2 combo scores. And as you can see, my stats are different here compared to Tony. But yeah, you basically have to do 5 score goals in every level. You have to find the tape in every level. The skate and combo letters are in every level. Every level has you have to do a specific trick over a gap. And every level has you have to find a certain number of, a set of fucking gaps. This is not a fucking joke. Every single fucking one of these levels act exactly the same. There is no difference. There is nothing unique. What you're seeing here is everything you are expecting. It is everything you need to actually see in order to complete the arcade mode. And honestly, I've got nothing really worth talking about this one. Except for one thing. I'll get to that when we get to that. It's later on. It's in Battery Park. But yeah, everything's pretty much straightforward, really simple, really easy, and you shouldn't have any trouble really finding any of this shit if you've done what I've done looking for the gaps. Especially as the game pretty much leads you on to what the gaps are. So yeah, there's no difficulty in arcade mode. It is all fucking easy. The only difficult thing here is you have to go through as every skater, and you also have to go and increase their stats separately in order to actually manage some of this shit. Because you need the speed for some jumps. You need the air for some jumps. You need high enough grind to handle some of the grind gaps. You need a lot of shit. And if your stats are not up to par to handle all of that, you will get fucked. You will get absolutely fucked. But yeah, this is literally how every level goes. There's nothing interesting I can give you. You've seen my gap checklist, so you know where every gap that the game requires from you is. And if you just watch through this whole entire part for every level, you will know the location of everything. You will know how to get the best scores, where the best spots are to make big combos. And it's just a fucking joke, really. It's all just a big fucking joke. This arcade mode sucks. It's not a challenge. And there's nothing really unique. There's no unique collectibles to get. There's no unique, like, little goal to do. They're all the fucking same. Nothing is really different. It all just feels the exact same. Even when goals in the arcade mode of other Tony Hawk games repeat themselves, they at least have something different to them. They have a different graphic to them, or they are a completely different sort of way you're supposed to do them. Not the case in this. The only difference is the gaps, in which you might get some grind gaps, you might get some air gaps, and very rarely will you actually get a lip trick one, which this one has. This fucking level has lip trick gaps you have to deal with, 3 of them. Now, there are a few of them, like 4 at least. And when you go over this one, you might be thinking, is this one right over here? No. Tiny lip does not count. Tiny lip is actually a red fucking herring of a lip gap. This is the one fucking level where you might get fucked over because you went for Tiny Lip as well as these other 2 I did, and you might be thinking, oh, well, why did I get the goal? Is this goal bug like the other gaps here? No. No, because the gaps the game requires of you is, like, completely fucking stupid. Like, you go through these other 2 gaps, the high, you get the very high lip, and you're like, yeah, those are fine, those make sense. And I'm thinking I do it all in one combo, and I do, and it's not it. The thing is, the pretty high lip and the very high lip counts. The tiny lip, which is right next to the pretty high lip, and is in sort of the same reign as these 2 lip gaps, doesn't count. Have you figured out what the actual 3rd lip is? 'Cause I'm telling you right now, I don't think anyone would know this shit without a fucking walkthrough or trial and error. I'm not fucking joking here. This little fucking goal makes no sense. This is what you're missing. The Operation IB lip. You have the very high lip, the pretty high lip, and then Operation IB. Why the fuck isn't Tiny Lip the fucking third gap? Why is Operation IB that? That makes no fucking sense in the context of the fucking... This is what I mean when the game tricks you. And the trick makes no sense, is dumb, and it's just... What were they fucking thinking with this shit? What the fuck were they doing with this fucking game? That's the one question I have to ask with the creation of this GBA version of Fug. What the fuck was going on during development of this? What were Vicarious Visions doing during development of this fucking game? So much of this shit makes no fucking sense. I'll do this in like one go if you can get that one gap, but I didn't. I actually did, but I failed. But seriously, what the fuck? What were Vicarious Visions thinking? What were they fucking doing in development of this fucking game? This makes no fucking sense, and it's just a complete fucking, like, nonsense of a game. There are gaps that are broken, that gaps make no fucking sense. There are goals that make no fucking sense in arcade mode and story. And it's just so fucking dumb. And there are even some bad glitches in this game too. Like, shit you can find easily if you playtested the fucking game, which they fucking didn't, obviously. Because otherwise all of the broken shit here would be fixed already, and it's not. No one fucking playtested this. Why? Sure, this is an obscure game, but it was being sold around the same time as Fug PS2 and shit. Why the fuck didn't they playtest this alongside those versions? I mean, like right now we all know this obscure shit, nobody actually has played this or bought this. But back then, with the popularity of the series and all, you would fucking think that this shit would get playtested at least. So that this shit could sell well alongside the main fucking games, the main versions of the fucking Fug game. But no. Also, yes, in arcade mode, Northlip still works, Southlip does not. Southlip does not exist in this fucking level. Nothing has changed. Arcade mode does not change a fucking thing. So yeah, those gaps that I'm missing, I am officially counting them as broken. Because seriously, this fucking game is really, really broken. It is not good. I do not think this game deserves to be alongside a lot of the Fug games. I think this game really fucked up on everything with Fug. It's like the developers, they were given an idea of what the story of Fug was going to be, and then were never told exactly what the story was actually going to entail. What levels were actually put into the game. So they thought, fuck it, we'll put some shit from the GBA version of Turbo Skater 2 in here, and we'll put some other levels in, because why not? Those levels, in fact, would be in American fucking Wasteland, so I have no idea what's going on there, but it's just so silly, it's so dumb, it's so fucking bad. This game is bad, okay? This game sucks. And I won't say anything else about it. It really does suck. It is not a good GBA Turks Pro Skater game. And this is Fug. This is completely different to the Pro Skater series. This is its own fucking league. Fug changed the whole system. They changed how skateboarding works in these games. They changed how all skateboarding games would be like. Fug on GBA literally carbon copies fucking Pro Skater 4 GBA. Adds a few things that don't fucking work, and gets extremely lazy and broken with it. It's just a terrible fucking game. It fucks so many things up, and this whole route thing, well, I can manual into the combo again after that, is so buggy and fucked, it might as well not be in the game at all. I know that the run out thing, get off your board thing is in Fug and starts off in Fug. And I know they want to add that into this game. But if it doesn't fucking work in your game, don't fucking add it! If you're not gonna fucking play test to fix this shit, then why fucking add in the feature if it's gonna be this fucking useless and broken in the entire game? There is no point in this game where you ever need to get off your board. The only reason you would ever get off your board is to be able to run around in those areas that the game is restricting you from. Even then, you just have to complete the goals. And some of the goals will have you have to go in these areas, yes, but then they want you back on your fucking board to get the shit needed to get the fucking thing done. So it's like, what's the fucking point? What's the fucking point? If you want a decent GBA skateboarding tournament game, don't play this one. Don't play the Fug GBA one. It's not good. It was never really good in the first place. It's obscure. It was barely play tested. Fucking Mechanics Visions did not give enough of a shit about this one. And it's just bad. If you want to play Fug, play the PC game. Don't, play any of the console versions you want. Don't fucking play the GBA one. It's not worth your time. And also, here you go. 1 million points. Since you want to see that shit. There you go. 1 million. Enjoy it. There's also no point where you ever have to actually get 1 million points. Except for maybe the fucking final goddamn competition in story mode. But even then, you just need 600,000 points and you get a bronze and that's it. The game does not care about what you got. Bronze, silver, or gold. It doesn't change anything. And you can't redo goals anyway, so it's like, fuck, you know? I just don't get it. I don't get what they were doing with this game. I don't get what they were trying to accomplish with this. Because the story is nothing like Fug, but it seems like it's supposed to be some weird fucking fourth wall breaking behind the scenes thing of Fug. Like, this would be like an audition to be the create a skater thing in the game. You know how you have your own skater there and he has his own story and such, and that's the entire game? Like, I'm thinking that's what they were going for of this. That the entire time, the whole story was about this game was about you trying to be a good enough skater to be in the actual Fug game. This is a big old audition thing of the fucking series. But one, it does not make any fucking sense, because you can't make the skater that you're given in this in the fucking game, especially if it's so pixelated and garbage, you never have any reason to. And two, why would you do that? Why would you fucking do that? With Pro Skater 2 shit, and the shit you would use in American Wasteland as well. What the fuck? I just don't get it. I just don't fucking get it. But yeah, here we are in San Diego now. The worst one. I struggled on this one a lot, actually, with the fucking arcade and the story mode. And the whole thing is just dumb. It's so fucking dumb. I don't know why this had to be made. They could have just, like, not made a GBA version of Fug. They could have been better off about it. Whatever, though. This is literally what you get. This is the other version of Sonic Underground. Like, you can play the PC version and the GBA version, and you've experienced everything. The console versions do not have anything really different about them, and you can modify the PC version, so it's like, it's the most useful version of all. But even then, the GBA version has nothing. Barely anyone's actually played this. So many of the community, of the 29 Pro Skater community and the fucking community and such, haven't even fucking heard of this existing. They didn't know it existed. And that tells me a lot. When one specific version of one of the most well-known and popular 29 games ever fucking made, Underground, the first one, everyone praises this fucking game more than any other game. Bug 1. And it's just, you have this other version, the GBA version. And while everyone knows of Bug 1 on PS2 or Xbox or fucking PC or whatever, almost no one knows of the GBA version. That says a fucking lot. Anyway, what is the point of doing arcade mode? What do you get for doing arcade mode? Well, every time you complete a whole skater's run, all goals of arcade mode with one skater, you get a cheat code. Well, not a code, but you get a cheat. And that could be the usual, you know, moon gravity, the perfect balance shit, everything like that. There are some unique sort of, you know, cheats to this, which is nice. Also, I actually do go ahead and use the specials for once. As you can see, they grow that fucking score up big time, which is why I said before in the competition beforehand, last part, you should use special tricks, because they increase the fuck out of the score and make everything a joke. But yeah, if you're wondering, the last cheat is different. Every cheat, you have to get a certain number of skaters done, which means you have to just get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, keep going like that. And you get a cheat after every one. However, after a certain amount, which I think is when you get to like skater 12 or 13 and you beat him, after that, you do not get any more rewards. The reason is because the final cheat requires you to complete every skater in arcade mode. All their goals, 100%. And what you get is developer art for that one. Which is why you're seeing Mike Valley here, who is the final skater that that you unlock in the game. He is the final one you have to play as in order to unlock the final cheat. And that is developer art. And I will be showing off all the cheats in this part before we end it off, because I might as well show you what you get, what your reward is for all this shit. I'm telling you right now, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think a lot of this game was worth it. I hated going back to this fucking bullshit of all skaters again. This method of 100%ing the game is the worst. And I just hate it. I really do. It's not fun, it's not challenging, it's fucking stupid, and it's just time-consuming and bad. But yeah, this is it. This is arcade mode. That's what you got. You now know how to beat everything in arcade mode, all the goals, what to do, how to beat it, what they contain, and here's the final cheat. Programmer art. Sorry, programmer art. Not developer, programmer. But let's go ahead and check out the cheats. We'll do it in like story mode, and that's it. That is literally it. So here are all the cheats. I'll be turning on some of the, you know, obvious ones, get them out of the way, like the balances and the moon physics. Well, actually, I'll show you jetpack mode and turbo mode, first of all. I'll show you the fastness of the game and like a special thing with the jetpack, which is like using a Boba Fett sort of thing. Where if you hold the A button, you can pretty much go all the way up to the fucking sky. And if you hold the B button, which I believe is the grind button or the flip button, you will hover in the air. Incredibly broken thing to have, but it ultimately disables spine transfers, and it just makes it really awkward. And also, you're going to get the fast thing, which makes the game near unplayable, honestly. I don't know how you're going to be able to actually play the game with this shit. I'm going to be honest with you. There you go. That is some of the basic shit alongside, you know, all the fucking perfect balance scrap. Now I'm going to show you the moon physics, which, you know, the obvious, and also the matrix mode. And yeah, it's going to be your usual. It's going to be your usual. So matrix mode activates when you jump, and low gravity mode, that's low gravity. You still flip about as fast as normal. Your flips and movement and such are not slowed down, just that you go into slow-mo when you actually go in the air. Which means you can do a shit ton more tricks, and it's incredibly a good way to break the game, alongside the jetpack mode, but ultimately, it's not that great. I think it was actually the grind button that was the hover thing. Sorry. I forgot, some tricks are a bit different. But yeah, it's still like... it's still fucking stupid. I mean, it's a neat cheat, but it's stupid because it's not useful. This is, the whole moon gravity thing is, but again, it disables spine transfers, so... some of the things you want to do, you can't do in fucking low gravity mode. Also, it's Eclipse, which I'm guessing changes everything to like an Eclipse sort of view. Let's have a look at that. The problem is, if you're indoors like the hangar here, it does not give you anything. Eclipse does not work in indoor levels like the hangar and the warehouse and the Slam City Jam. It does work outside though. So, I do go ahead and I check out the difference when we go into New Jersey first. I will show off all differences. So yeah. So this is what it looks like. It makes the coloring system different, and it makes it really eye-straining. It looks ugly. I get what they were trying to do here, but it's so disgusting and ugly and crap, and I hate it. I do not like this look that the Eclipse gives you. And I would rather it be off, because it gives all this thing a blue, pinkish sort of combination, and it's like... it hurts the eyes to look at, man. I just don't like it. It really is eye-straining to me. And every level that's an outdoor level is like this. Anything indoor, like the mall and such, is a no. Those levels don't change anything. So, it's neat how the Eclipse actually sticks to an outside sort of thing, but the weird part is, you know, the people here also change. I've noticed that person was a bit different. The cars here are still gray. You would think they would change into something different, like a blue color, to fit with the difference of this shit. But no, the car models stay the same color no matter what. So, yeah, there's still some iffy things with this cheat, and it's not that great. In fact, it's incredibly useless and hurts the eyes to even look at. Which makes sense, because it's the Eclipse. It's like, if you look at this fucking Eclipse, you lose your eyesight. This has sort of the same fucking effect to me. It doesn't make me lose my eyesight. It doesn't make me look blind. It does not make me go blind, but it does hurt my eyes. San Diego is the only one that is at least a bit durable in this, but it's also the least looking of all these fucking things. It looks like the effect of Eclipse is barely noticeable in this level, which goes to show just how much they really cared about San Diego. How much of a bunch of pricks they are of San Diego too. Anyway, also after this crazy lights, mini mode, no damage, monkey mode, and I'll show you my art last. So, what do these entail? Well, if you thought Eclipse was hard on the eyes, Everything else is bad too. Again, doesn't work inside, but it works outside. And yeah, Minimap makes you a small model. You kind of hover over the air too for some reason. You might be noticing that. The shadows doesn't make any sense with the skateboarder. But yeah, there's bananas here, and also the fuck, like, why? Why give me the glitchy effect there? That hurts. That's like seizure-inducing. No. No, that sucks. And also, all the people here are just for the horse thing. They're monkeys too. But yeah, this is eye-hurting. This is just bad. Fuck this. And all that's up is the programmer art, which is the last cheat you can get. You have to do all skaters in arcade mode to get this. It is the final cheat. It is a very special cheat to get. Is it worth seeing? The answer is actually no, because this is what you get. That's it. It is so useless, it is so shit, and it is better off in the garbage. Waste of fucking time. And that's the thing. Doing this entire game is a waste of time, and this was developed by Vicarious Vision, so that's not a good sign. What do I have to say about Fuck GBA? I had high hopes, because the other GBA games weren't that bad. Pro Skater 4 and 3 and such, they weren't that bad fucking GBA games. This sucked. This sucked. This was a terrible turnout GBA game. So much was broken, so much was not tested, so much was just bad. And your rewards in this game are just worthless. The whole health bar thing should have been scrapped entirely, because it was just frustrating and bullshit and useless. The whole money thing was just a waste of time too. So you get so much money by the end of this, you don't know what to do with it. And the thing is, you don't have anything to do with it, because by the time you actually get the $1,000 they give you at the end, you beat in the game. You have no use for the $1,000. You can't buy new decks or anything. There's nothing like that. It's just to buy more health or armor. It's useless. The whole money system is useless in this game. The whole health thing is useless in this game. Manuals are useless. The whole flatline thing was fucked. A lot of the whole stats were fucked up too. A lot of the goals were pointless. And arcade mode was just painful. And of course, the gaps were broken. You can't beat all the gaps. Some of the gaps do not exist or just don't fucking work at all. And again, this is an obscure turnout game, but it is a FUG. It is of Turnout Underground, one of the most popular and well-remembered games of all of the Turnout franchise. Everyone knows FUG. So the very fact that there is a version of FUG that barely anyone knows shocks the fuck out of me. But I can see why. Because no one wants to play this piece of shit. It is a piece of shit. And I've done you the favor of, at the very best, 100% in the entire thing. This is 100%. I didn't get all the gaps, but the gaps that I couldn't get are broken. So this is about as 100% as you could possibly get with the GBA version. So what's next? Well, sadly, the GBA shit is not over yet, because there's another fucking game I did as a GBA version, and that is Disney's Extreme Skateboarding Adventure. Yes, that had a GBA version. I have to fucking play it next. Fuck me. So I'll see you next time for when we enter Disney's skateboarding game in the GBA world. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.